My last meeting with those guys was basically just that. Hey, we got to tighten up the basic fundamentals, the technique of what we're doing. We have enough athletes in that room where we should have success and do some things, but the technique and fundamentals are something that we're going to focus on.
Something Coach Kleiman mentioned during the press conference with Isaiah was that he was impressed and happy with how much he's been willing to talk and be a leader to the younger guys
yes.
when he can't participate.
Right.
How big is that for you to see a guy like that who can't play right now still doing what he can?
Well, that's huge. I mean, if you're a guy that's not participating and going through drill work and things like that, you have to be actively involved. In the film room, he's been great. He's taking notes, and you're always going to encourage and make it mandatory. Hey, you're still involved, taking notes, communicating personnel groups throughout practice, and he has been serving as a great leader, especially for the younger guys. So his personality, he has great energy, and he's actively involved in practice. I mean, he's making sure the guys are getting lined up correctly, and he's serving as almost essentially a player coach in that way.
I know that's what you always want to see as a coach, but is that pretty rare? Because I'm sure that sometimes when you're not able to go through things, it's kind of hard to get up every day and go out and do what you can, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's rare. I think in this day and age, it's more rare cases that a kid's going to be motivated to do that when he thinks he's not involved. But I think the message and how you communicate is the most important thing as a coach. And the communication to those guys, and specifically with Zuber, is, hey man, you need to be involved.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you're taking care of business, that you're showing up time to meetings. Obviously, you're engaged in meetings, and that's what he's done.
I know it's probably hard to have real evaluations 2 days in, but a couple of young guys I was curious about would be Hunter Rison, who we in the media didn't see last year. How's he done so far?
He's done well. Like I said, a 2-day evaluation is not great, but athletically, he has good movement skills. I think that he has a good ability to track and catch the ball naturally in some of the drills that we've done. And he's smart. He understands football. And it's, again, with the entire group, it's really focusing on those details in terms of the fundamentals and technique. And if we can get those things ironed out, I think ultimately, there's enough guys in there that have a great skill set, and Hunter's one of them.
And then a couple more guys, and probably a similar answer, but Trebaston, Taylor, Malik Knowles, some bigger, younger receivers.
Yeah.
How have they caught on in the first couple of days?
They've caught on really well. I think, we're tracking mental errors. I think, within 2 days, I think maybe there's been 5 mental errors, and that's when you tax on, both team periods and the 7-on-7 period. As you're looking at our guys mentally getting lined up correctly, are they running the correct depths of the routes and things like that? Are they targeting the right defender in the run game? So things like that, I think, have been done well. And I think both those two guys, Malik and Trebaston, have done really well. And again, you get a chance to see their mobility, routes on air and things like that. And then once we put pads on, once we get a few more days stacked, which guys are going to be able to stay up on our install, which guys are going to be able to kind of take, day in and day out, going in and grinding in the film sessions, and then also on the football field when we put pads on.
And then on that note, are you interested to see what they've retained when they come back from spring break? After just a couple of days, you're kind of fascinated to see how much they've kept from those first few days?
Yeah, nowadays with the technology and things, these guys got, they have resources to be able to get to what they need to from a mental standpoint, and have encouraged them to stay in touch, not only just from a football standpoint, but just in general, because they need to get back and recharge, get home, spend some time to relax a little bit, and that's going to be good for us. So it is good that we got 2 days in to kind of get a baseline, and then when they come back, we're rolling.
Thank you, Coach.